Alrighty, what is up, folks? NYK31 here, Madden 17, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go through all of these playbooks. Z Faros did something similar earlier in the year. He went through and did a ranking of the playbooks, what he thought were the best and whatnot, and the worst, and all that good stuff. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a couple of games with each playbook in the game in regular MUT. Who cares about regular MUT? No one. Wins or losses don't mean that much to me as far as this is concerned. I'm just going to look at the playbooks here and kind of judge them on conceptual soundness and functionality and all that good stuff. And it'll be a fluid list. At the end of each video, you'll see my 1 through 32 ranking. And as usual, I would love to hear your guys' input and experiences using the playbooks I talk about. And in this one, we'll be starting with the Niners playbook, the old Chip Kelly spread, what used to be the Eagles playbook. And unfortunately, I gotta say, with my experience with it, it's the leader in the clubhouse for the worst playbook in the game. And it's a shame, because I feel like if it functioned properly, it would be an easy top 5 playbook, top 10 at worst. But there's a couple of problems. Formation-wise and play design-wise, it looks good. It looks really good, but the way this game plays, a lot of it does not translate very well. With the ability to play 4-3, 3-4, 4-4, 4-6 against spread personnel, you lose an awful lot of what this scheme is attempting to accomplish. The way these linebackers can move so fast laterally, it is so hard to spread them out. Like, this guy's playing baseline 3-4 without a care in the world. This game has conditioned people to, think this is a sound way to play defense. So if you want to chop wood and try to spread those guys out and thin the box, or if they're playing baseline or they insist on playing baseline, spread them out horizontally and vertically, you're in for a frustrating experience. You're really best off doing what I did that first drive. Come out with some ace. The ace sets are okay. There's only a couple of them. The pistol set is worthless, I think. But, come out in some ace under center, come out with some shotgun spread and shotgun 2 tight ends, run some smash, run some corner strike, pop a stretch here and there, run some bubble screens and some wide receiver screens, and go from there. But if you try to, hammer away and establish the inside zone and the zone read, you're going to be in for a tough time. Really, this tail and orbit motion, which this playbook has a lot of, is really the best part of the playbook in my opinion, along with some switch concepts that they have. But the problem you run into is that once someone figures out that you're going to be chopping away the zone read and the read option, and if you have a good QB or good running QB like Russell Wilson, chances are you're going to be getting a give read more often than not. And that's fine. You want to eliminate a defender. You'll take that all day long. But the problem is that you have your HB base or power, you have your inside zone and your zone read. The outside zone and the counter are not consistent enough constraints to keep people honest. So what ends up happening is you find yourself only able to run in one direction, which creates a problem. And on top of that, the play action zone read plays are horrible. If you don't take control of the QB right away, the odds of your QB just drifting and getting sacked are pretty high. The QB doesn't threaten the perimeter to give you a true run-pass option unless you do it yourself. And on top of that, the route combinations on these play-action zone reads, a lot of them leave a lot to be desired. So you've really eliminated an awful lot of what makes this offense unique. Like, here's an example of me trying to spread out this 3-4 and get some space for my receivers, but just look at this. The trip side bunch is not split out nearly wide enough, and as a result of that, there's no real disadvantage of that personnel mismatch. Luckily, I have Herman Moore, and I go for the spec catch over DRC. But again, same thing here. This is a little bit better, and I have a light box here. I should have a light box here to run, and that's what you want. If they insist on staying base align, spread them out, and get some space for your receivers. If they match the receiver alignment, run the football. But that doesn't always work. And too many times it leads to frustration because even when they are spread out, and you see this a lot with 4-6 and 4-4 cover 2 invert, the linebackers outside can get wide so fast that, you know, it leads to a lot of bang your head against the wall. And it's a shame because there are a lot of good looking plays when you page through the playbook, but most of them just go to waste. Here I do a nice little play action boot to control my quarterback and, you know, get a nice little gain there to make the conversion here a little bit easier to manage. And now I max protect here. He's in goal line. And if he's in man-to-man coverage, I should have space there to get that in. But everything is just so constricted when it should not be. And it really limits what you can do as a result of that. You're really better off using this playbook as a pass-first playbook. There's a lot of deep comebacks in this playbook. Not a whole heck of a lot of out routes, but it does have a lot of deep comeback routes and a lot of switch concepts, post-wheel combos, which are pretty effective if you can get your reads down and if you have time for them to develop. But otherwise, trying to run it as a true run first, spread, zone read, inside zone, play action, passing attack with a decent drop back passing game when you do need to do that, running it like that, it's not going to go very well. So, unfortunately, as much as I would love to like the playbook, it's really a difficult, tedious, frustrating playbook to use. So, that's it. The Niners are number 32 in the playbook rankings, and there'll be more to come, and hope you guys enjoy. I'll talk to you later. Peace.